Premier Li Keqiang. His first official visit to Latin America begins in Brazil. On the agenda, a meeting with Brazilian President Dilma Rousseff, where the two leaders agreed to a series of trade and investment deals worth billions of dollars. CCTV's Stephen Gibbs is in the capital, Brasilia.
First stop, Brazil. An honor guard was laid on to greet Premier Li to this Latin American giant at the start of his regional tour. This is his first official meeting with the Brazilian president, Dilma Rousseff. The increasing links between these two developing countries has been one of the big economic stories of the last 2 decades. And that relationship is evolving. After years of largely selling China raw materials and buying Chinese goods, Brazil is actively seeking Chinese investment in its infrastructure, something Premier Li vowed to provide.
China has accumulated a lot of experience in this perspective. We also have high-quality equipment and look to work with Brazil to reduce the cost of building infrastructure in Brazil and to create jobs for the local population.
Much of that investment is in huge projects. One major deal the two leaders signed off on is the construction of a 2,000-kilometer high-voltage power line from an as-yet unfinished Amazon hydroelectric dam to Brazil's southeastern population centers. From Brazil's perspective, the timing of this visit could hardly be better. Partly owing to China's reduced demand for commodities, the economy here is close to recession, and domestic investment in infrastructure has been scaled back.
Brazil is in a very difficult fiscal austerity situation where they can't spend any extra money on infrastructure projects, which are being reduced tremendously because of the reduction in expenditures. And so China's visit and possible assistance in infrastructure projects is very well received.
20 years ago, these two countries had barely any trade relations at all. Now they're almost dependent on one another. Stephen Gibbs, CCTV, Brasilia.